Hello. Welcome to today's show. How you guys doing? My name is Dr. Chidi, and I'm reaching you guys all the way from Toronto, Canada. Today is Saturday. I'm excited. I hope you are excited. Samson Olowe, you win the first prize for being the first to comment today. Thank you. Greetings to you. Guys, Abraham Muzoma, I see you. Hi back to you. Today is an explosive show. I have something that I already shared there. I'm going to paste the link. This link is a link to the StreamYard studio. So if you want to join us, please copy that link into your browser and use it to come into the studio. Today, I expect people to talk. I don't want you to just be there listening. You have something to say, you got to come and say it. Hola, Eche, I see you. Papa Obinna. Hey, Papa Obinna on your dot is here. That is everything. Today is going to be explosive. Papa Obinna himself is here. Diego. Akin Aderox, I see you. Prince Ezego, I see you. Now we just do our normal roll call with the call right now. Welcome. If today is your first time on our show, on our program, on our channel, you're very, very welcome. I thank God for bringing you here. Trust me, you're going to like it here. But don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell. The reason why we say this all the time is because there are so many beautiful things that happen here. And if you don't subscribe, if you don't click the notification bell, you wouldn't know what's happening. Like we have our community page, we have so many other, we have special page, you can subscribe, can be a member. All of those things you're missing out if you're not subscribed. So make sure that you subscribe. Biko, make sure you subscribe. Princess Ezego, I see all of you. Yes, keep gathering. Chilled power, I see everybody. I see it. Please, let's take 2 minutes, not more than 2 minutes. Let's take 2 minutes and share the video. Just share it. Click share and share it. Or, copy the browser and share to somebody else. Let people come here. I need people from all tribes. Yes, you say, is this a tribalistic thing? No, it's not a tribalistic thing, but we go, it's okay. You can make it tribalistic. Sometimes you can box. Yoruba person come, Hausa person come, Fulani person come, Sef, Igbo, Ibibio, Isekiri, TV, Nupe, Birom. All of you gather today because today we want to hear Alfonso Uchichi. I will go forget you, Alfonso. I see you. Thank you so much, Alfonso. Let's get down to this underground spiritual game. But I never. Okay, how many more people? Okay, oh yeah, look at share them or just share them, share. Because if you know share, then people will come hold you responsible. Say, why didn't you let me know that something like this is happening? So it's not fair. You have to like it and share it. Then people will know what is going on, and they will. Yeah, so it's on and pop. Yeah, Samson Olowe. Yeah. That's why I like young current people. Or not say even if you know young but you're current, they bring out all these slangs. They totally me for. It says it's on and popping, on and popping. Me I for say it's happening here, but you see this guy just say it's on and popping as in a Warian way. People like us, we're gonna speak gonna wanna man, because if you don't say gonna wanna man, you don't want to gonna. You get it? Or you don't get it? Forget about it. All right, so we're just warming up. Just getting everywhere excited. Yes, so Joel gets here. I see you. Everybody's enjoying. Yes, so my area. I hope you are enjoying enjoying my area. Me in Canada, enjoying my area. Chineke, what are you talking about? Free lights. I know I fear because I never see the NEPA people with my own eye ever. Never take light since how many years. I fear they catch me sometimes. See, this one way I never see them take light. Am I sure everything is okay? What are they run? Anytime when they want to do maintenance, they go tell us ahead of time, beg us, come off the water, and they will give us time. They will come on after they finish. If I want shower, I go boil water before I can remember see the water, the hot water they run for tap. You see, I dey enjoy. What are you telling me? You know how much they sell a carton of chicken, drumstick. I remember those times when we used to kill one chicken on Sunday. After we go run, go catch the chicken. Now we just dey eat chicken anyhow. Somebody's calling me on the phone. Are you calling into the show? How are you doing? Good evening. Are you calling into the show? Yeah. Oh, you're calling. Okay, hold on. You want to start with a call, even though we haven't opened our phone lines. But if you want to call, go ahead. Go ahead. If you want to call. Tell us why you're calling. Yeah, you're on. You're on.
All right, wonderful.
Yes. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Oh, my name is Abe. It doesn't really matter where I'm coming from.
No, you know what? You know why we say, you don't have to tell us the street, but why we say where you're calling from is because like it makes people know that we are worldwide. Say we go on global. United States. Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
Okay, yeah. I just wanted to say about the topic that, like,
okay,
frankly, as much as you may not like what the man has to say, like, I don't think you can necessarily label a person as a hero and villain like that. You know what I mean? I think these kind of things are necessarily like rated like based on the whole of someone's actions. You know what I mean? Like, sure, they may have some beliefs that you don't believe in, but perhaps they have.
Hello. Hey, yeah, we've lost you. We can't hear you. No, before we couldn't hear your phone, but now we can't hear you at all. Okay, try and call back. We couldn't. I don't know about you, but we couldn't hear him. Then now we can't hear him. There's a difference between we couldn't hear him because we couldn't hear the. When I just talk my own one, I'm gonna say, Chidi, we can't hear you. I think you hear the main one. I'm gonna say, you want to say, there, so. I say, go on, do mine straight away. Then then just one, So you know what I'm saying? Then that English got cut the line. All right, guys. Today we're talking about somebody said we had it. There's a difference between hearing him. So before we heard him, sorry, let me correct. We heard him, but we didn't understand him. But now we can't hear him at all. All right, guys. Today I don't want to be talking too much. We're talking about ADEYINKA grandson. ADEYINKA grandson gave Igbo people 48 hours. That he's been yabbing Igbo people. He's been saying so many things about Igbo people, every kind of thing that you can imagine. He's been doing that. Then finally, he gave Igbo people 48 hours to leave Lagos. Like he said it. I've been looking for the video. I think Facebook and YouTube has withdrawn the video. And if you can find that video, please let me know. He just said, you know what? From now on, Igbo people should just leave Lagos. They should attack Igbo people. They should do so many things. And people, according to the British government, people reported him, said, look, man, what this guy is doing is not good. And then they started investigation on him, ended up arresting him and remanding him in detention. And he was there for more than 4 months, getting to 5 months. And now they finally finished the investigation, sued him to court. They finished the court proceedings and they jailed him to 5 years. And he did it. I don't know how they got this video. Either he did this video from detention or a lot of it is in Yoruba language. But I'm gonna play a lot of you that understand Yoruba. And at the end of the day, they also put it's actually a Punch. It's on Punch newspaper. Okay, This is his response after he was jailed. I'm going to show you guys his response. This is what he's claiming, that no, all that thing is a lie. Nobody should mind the British government. He just had issues with his from the little Yoruba that I can understand. He had issues with his papers. That's what happened. It expired. Then his girlfriend, Kiniko, all that. But basically, that is not what they said he did that he did. And I'm wondering, they accuse you of hate speech. And now you used to say hate speech and stand by it and say it's me, ADEYINKA grandson, that is saying it. And now they accuse you of it. And now you say it's not what you're saying. I'm confused, Gandema, everywhere. But let me show you guys this thing, and then we'll come back and continue the talk. Please, I had already posted a link, and there is also, Dr. Erica will help us. There's a number you can call when the phone lines open. You can call that number and please be able to talk with us. But first of all, I need to show you guys something. This is on Punch Facebook page, and this is a sponsored. Sponsored means that somebody paid for this. Somebody pays for this. It doesn't mean that it is viral or that everybody agrees with it. Somebody paid for it. But since he wants publicity, let's give him publicity. So let's listen to this that he has to say. A lot of it is in Yoruba language, though.
My name is ADEYINKA. So I'm prison for about 4 months. Got to pay me the prison on terrorism or racial. That's absolute nonsense. Got to pay me the prison is about my immigration. Immigration paper may expire, so when they make contact order for our money. So they make application and that by contact order. But nítorí pé ìyá àwọn ọmọ mi fi àwọn ọmọ mi ṣe ìwé fọ́kùnrin mi. So wọ́n make allegations against me pé mo ṣe terrorism. Fẹ́ kí n gba contact order láti lè ní ìwé mi. So nǹkan tó jẹ́ káwọn ọlọ́pàá wá arrest mi. Wọ́n lọ wá sílé mi, wọ́n wá sílé girlfriend mi, wọ́n dẹ̀ lọ sílé ọ̀rẹ́ mi. So wọ́n search everything. Won't read anything to relate with terrorism there. So one from him bill. So later I find out the ex-wife will make allegation against him to repay put it on money she will fuck one in me for the directing down. So the kind of look at one joke don't see video. So I read our videos come Timothy expose you one way. If that woman fee charge me, won't charge me for racial hatred against Igbo and Hausa Fulani. One include English initially, but one young guru. So, but I did court. Video men not going to charge me. One had additional 2 videos. One play Google found jury. And you only 3 videos, like a countdown. But George will take him play. And again, my first of our jury play. You can say terrorist, so you can say racial hatred. My very new the way Belu immigration, me ex-wife, me look raw money, pay mo say terrorism. Just need pay me only. So, say my pay to my sorry and for our jury play. Ó ti lọ fa àwọn ọmọ mi ṣe ìwé fọ́kùnrin mi. So home office ò rí ní ìwé mi, wọ́n ní ọ̀dìdì máa mú contact order. Àmọ́ they apply fún contact order. Ó dẹ̀ lọ pe terrorism sí mi because ó mọ̀ pé tí máa get contact order. Ìwé ọkọ ẹ máa bàjẹ́, èmi máa rí ní ìwé mi. So George ògbà kí n sọ yẹn fún jury. So after that parí case yẹn for about 15 days. For 3 days, àwọn jury ò lè decide. Wọ́n wá béèrè question. Wọ́n ní to decide. After 3 days, àwọn jury wá béèrè question pé is Nigeria in a state of war? Wọ́n ní tí Nigeria bá wà in a state of war, then I am not guilty. But in Nigeria, about what peaceful, then I'm guilty. So when everybody look them up, people go around, pine or ballet in northeast. And Fulani militiamen won't come up, one while at the West Africa, one attack the communities in northwest. And one Igbo high-pop member, one follow up, one family tree in southeast, and one south, one she militancy. Fulani at the farmers, one para, one in middle belt, and one Yoruba nation for now. I don't know how to take me. Southwest of Nigeria. So Nigeria is in a state of war. George was up for our jury. One would have considered the political situation in Nigeria. The video last one they can't consider, which is wrong. But would the man defense statement mean only because of the political situation in Nigeria and Moshe. So Jackie George go allow our jury won't consider videos here. So case here, trial was manipulated. But the fellow see court of appeal that's in November 25 English, not the Tennessee prison. But you didn't know so and lost court. Lost court, láti sentencing. What on dump me see back. So this is kind of things. Every keep punch newspaper or interview me. I want investigative journalists come find out the truth about the situation. But regardless, think Yoruba first. Tinubu for president.
I was seeing this no sound. I didn't even know it was me that you're talking about. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Sorry, let me rewind. All I was saying is, please, if you can, Papa Binana, you make this mistake. You come tell me, say, no sufu, no sufu. You were going to write no audio. You can't write no sufu. I don't even see what you write. Sorry, guys. Sorry. My apologies. I was just saying, if you can understand Yoruba, please help us do little translations. And yeah, that's basically what I was saying. Adeyinka grandson, if you know me very well, I don't come and start shooting, whatever. My discussions or my private conversations with people, I'm posting it online. That's not my way. But just to let you guys know, I have his number. I reached out to him, and in between so many discussions that we had, and I said, why don't you give me an audience to interview you and find out why you are sounding the way you're sounding? I mean, I'm Igbo. I should be angry with you, but I want to reach out and talk with you. Let's dialogue. I do that with, I don't care whether you are enemy. I try to go behind the scene and reach out to you. If you know me, I do that a lot. Now, he says, if you want an interview with me, I can't do that at the moment. I say, okay, why now? I said, I got your number from Citizen AY, please, just to let him be comfortable with me. And I said, Citizen AY, listen, Citizen AY is a Yoruba liberal and works with the Igbo and against the Yoruba conservatives like Tinubu. So right from time, this guy sees Tinubu as a messiah for Yoruba people. And he hates people like Citizen AY. And he said he hates Citizen AY because Citizen AY works with Igbo people. I am a Yoruba, this is him talking, I'm a Yoruba nationalist and a conservative politician. I cannot speak with you because you are Igbo, you are anti-Yoruba, you are you are Igbo, you are anti-Yoruba and anti-Yoruba, anti-Tinubu and pro-one Nigeria. And I say, in addition, I am not in the same category as Shore and Kanu. Both of them are non-Yoruba and they are propagandists. I cannot be painted in the same picture as they are. I can't say, okay, my brother, thank you. I say, and I said, that's why I sought to understand you by myself. But if you don't think that the time to chat is now, I respect that and I want to appreciate your taking the time to reply my message. Hope we can chat in the near future. Take care. Now, the reason why I did this is because I really tried. I knew that the trajectory he was heading was trouble. I knew this was going to happen sooner or later. And by the way, the case with his wife is totally different from this one that he was accused of. So I don't know why he's trying to make. Are they come? How can he say in the video that that it is not true, that it's not true, that the case against him is a lie? How can it be a lie? Well, let's go to credible news report and see what is being reported out there, because even Punch newspaper that was showcasing what he said, Punch already knew that this thing is not. Punch will have their own report too, but Punch is just advertising what he said. It is not Punch's opinion. Now, this is Sahara Reporters, very credible news news platform. You know that. Now, UK court jails Adeyinka grandson, Yoruba supremacist, not activist, not revolutionary. Supremacist is when you say that I am supreme, I am more than you. Do you understand? When you say you no reach me, I am more supreme than you. Okay. Grandson, also known as Adeyinka Showemi, a UK-based Nigerian of Yoruba descent, is known for his social media attacks on people of Igbo extraction, as well as criticism of the Hausa Fulani. Adeyinka grandson, president of the Young Yorubas for Freedom, secessionist group, has been jailed for 4.5 years by a United Kingdom court over his social media posts against some ethnic groups in Nigeria. It's actually 5 years, but because he's been in detention for 5 months, and you know, a prison month is a prison year instead of being 12 months is 10 months. So that's why it's 4.5 years. Yeah, serve some. I think this is just what I'm thinking. Now, grandson, also known as blah blah blah, is known for his social media against Hausa Fulani. He was first arrested by the Scotland Yard counter terrorism. Let me read this well. He was first arrested by the Scotland Yard Counter-Terrorism Command and the Metropolitan Police under the approval of the Westminster Magistrate Court in London in August 2019. Scotland Yard Counter-Terrorism Command had nabbed him for allegedly, listen, no, not case between you and your wife, allegedly stirring racial discrimination against the Igbo and Fulani ethnic groups and also encouraging terrorism. On several counts, he had issued quick notices to Igbo living in Yoruba land, else they will face their consequences. Grandson is also known for making anti-Igbo and anti-Fulani speeches on his YouTube channel, for which the UK authorities had consistently warned him before he was later arrested. Items found on him during the arrest include passport, 2 Google phones, 1 Apple Mac laptop computer, 1 tablet, a hard drive, and a draft copy of his new book, were seized. Following his arrest, Scotland Yard Counter-Terrorism grilled him for 9 hours, and his house was searched by London Metropolitan Police following a warrant granted by the Westminster Magistrate Court. He was on Thursday, March 31st, 2022, 2 days ago, sentenced to 4.5 years imprisonment. Grandson was found guilty on November 30, 2021 of 8 counts of inciting racial hatred after a trial at Southwark Crown Court. Without wasting time, but before you go into that, I want you to know that there are so many school of thoughts about this thing. Some people will say that we should not blame a grandson, that before or apart from him, that people like Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will come and say that Yoruba people are this, Yoruba people are that, this Yoruba media, Yoruba. So well, I don't like Yoruba people. That why do you blame ADEYINKA grandson when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was talking like that and so many other Igbo people? And then that Fulani people, Hausa people also give quick notice to Igbo people. So why is it that the one that a Yoruba man gave is now viewed as crime? If it's like that, you have to arrest everybody. So that is our discussion today. I want you guys to please comment, because we're in a period where we need to talk to ourselves. I don't care if we have to fight, let us fight. But after fighting, let us find a common ground to be able to fight this fight that we are fighting. There are so many things I'm going to read along the line. There are other even audio that I'm going to play for you concerning what is happening in Nigeria right now. But let us start from this place. Phone lines are open. You can call in. The number is +1 647 989 2837. That's our phone line. 647 989 2837. +1 647 989 2837. I posted it right now. You guys can call and make your contribution. And if you want to be directly in the show, I can bring you in with video. You can click on this link that I just posted right now. It's a StreamYard link. You can copy it into your browser, and I'll bring you into the studio to talk. Forget that I'm an Igbo man. Anyway, I don't know how you can forget that, because it's difficult for me to forget. I'm a conk Igbo man. No apologies. But you can say anything you want. Today is free. Remove your gloves, fight, do anything. But let us discuss this issue. The phone lines are open right now. Some people were calling when the video was playing. You can call back right now, and let's talk about this thing. Do you think it is justified? Right, we have our first caller calling from Alberta, Canada. Go ahead, tell us your name and make your point.
My name is Ugochukwu.
Go ahead, Ugochukwu.
God bless you, Dr. Chidi, and your wonderful wife.
Thank you.
Now, I don't know what to think, but first I want to start by saying that even Mazi Nandikano's agitation moves and propaganda, I am not a very big fan of it. And in the same stroke, I very strongly condemn the propaganda and narratives being pushed by ADEYINKA grandson. Having said that, I do not in any way agree to the shenanigans being propagated by the Nigerian government or being pushed by the predominantly Hausa Fulani now. There is clearly injustice in the land. I agree that we should go our separate ways. Very sadly and unfortunately, most breakups we have seen in history have always been championed by characters like Nnamdi Kanu and Grancy, but the tone, their language is only, for me, encouraging criminals to rise up and hijack a process which should ordinarily be undertaken through consultation, through discussion, and a very peaceful separation. If anything, rather than ADEYINKA granting calling for the expelling of other tribes and nationalities in the West, rather than Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Nigeria is not very ideal. Nigeria is structured in a wobbling form. For me, I would have advocated that they put forward a very superior intellectual front, band together and re-emphasize the case for a restructuring of Nigeria and promotion of stronger regional basis and a very weak center. Something not very similar to Canada and the US, but a little bit even when you have a relatively uninteresting center, but very strong regions.
Okay.
Regions that maintain their resources, regions that generate their income, regions that generate a very strong level of independence, and then we just put forward a common front as Nigeria and always allow things to go back to the people who work for them.
All right.
So rather than promoting hate, for me, they should put forward intellectual arguments. And I tell you something, I can tell you somebody who is doing the kind of thing they should be doing is Showore. Showore is the young man who is doing what these, my brother Nnamdi Kanu and these ADEYINKA grandson ought to be doing. These people are outside. Showore, he's an American, very clear. But, he came back on ground and he's not just throwing things into the air. He's on ground. So these people, this young man who has currently been jailed, so good at that, I very much applaud the UK government for doing that, should leave his comforts in the UK, come on ground, and join to tell our northern brothers to please arise and make a flourishing garden out of the vast land that they have, rather than sitting and manipulating the resources coming from the south to, they're not even using it to develop the north. That is the thing that's really unfortunate. Why? Because unfortunately, the academic or the rational reasoning is not there to think deep and really deploy resources properly.
All right,
So
my brother.
yeah. He's jailed. Let him go pay for his sins. I hope he repents when he comes out.
All right, all right. Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much. I appreciate your calling. Yes, so he's made his point. He says he's not a fan of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's rhetorics. That is his opinion. Remember, today is a day where you just have an open mic, call in and let us know what you think about from whatever angle you want to approach things. Let us know. The number to call again, +1 647 989 2837. Lots of messages there in the comment. Let's try to browse through them before we have another call. I'm going to go right to the beginning. Papa Binna, everybody was greeting. I greeted back. All of you, I see you, everybody. We're on full ground. I full ground too. Thank you so much. If I don't call your name yet, just collect your salute now. Joel Guesty, I see all of you. Daniel Jacobs, I see you. Olalekan Hassan, I see you. I see everybody. The first major comment says there is no difference between Adeyinka grandson Nnamdi Kanu because both of them are fighting for their people. However, I learned that the case is between him and his ex-wife, not because of Igbo. Godwin Ejiofor, you are wrong. The case, they clearly stated it, was a case against him. The speaking England, I'm still. I know you guys were commenting about the guy who called him. Okay. Turn off your phone until you have introduced the topic. Okay, yeah, now our phone is back on. Well, our phone is back on. Another comment. Is it possible to report the Oba of Lagos and Bubutu? They all made similar statements in the past. Oh my God. Okay. Grant Wood said he was on bail, hence he was able to do the videos. Okay, yeah, I was wondering where he was doing the videos from. Samuel Jacob said, Brutality Jungle Way said he is an inferior toilet pit bottom deck shithole. Oh my God, that is serious. Somebody should put beep in my mouth when I'm reading that comment. Jacob, I'll put in the comments also, we can read them together. The zoo and the citizen will not cease to amaze people. All right. Daniel says, if it comes out after 5 years, he's going to burn the entire land down. We have bought trouble. Hey, we are afraid of the Inca grants. No, please God, come and save us from Adeyinka grants. No. Anyways, Alfonso Suchichi says, the rat, he that rat crossed red line. That rat crossed red line about talking all sorts of bad about Igbos. Yes, so I think he did. But that's my opinion. Call and tell us your opinion. Let's take him to Abba on news so that he can continue his preaching. He should come to Abba anyway. He's a Tinubu boy. Okay. We have Michael Fafunwa, AAC. Take it back. Take it back. Go ahead. This is a call. Take it back, man. One family. One family. Koto. Toko. Yeah, say that again.
When I say Omo Odua, then you say Tokon.
Yeah.
Yes.
Say it again. Now you have to say it again.
Yes, say it again. It's Omo Odua. Omo Odua.
Talk on.
Yeah. Exactly. So we cover the full spectrum.
Yes.
So this topic you have on today, my goodness, what a hell of a topic.
Yeah.
You know, I guess you know what I am about. You see, are you aware of the number of books ADEYINKA has written?
I heard he read some books. I heard he written some books, and they seized some manuscripts of the ones he was still trying to publish.
Okay, so believe me, that guy, as far as Yoruba people are concerned, is one of the most clever Yoruba people I know who are around alive today. And is completely devoted to the Yoruba cause. Now, to the extent that he might be going overboard, like some of the things that happened when Kano used to taunt Yoruba people. But you see, the thing is, our people, the only way you can get to them is to taunt them. And it applies to both people and Yoruba. If you don't taunt them like pastors do in churches on Sunday, if you don't talk to them, talk about things that they get apprehensive about, they just don't take you serious. They just take you for granted. So first of all, I would say what we should be looking at, really and truly, is that most of our very, very clever guys, revolutionary people, they have been locked up in the recent past or are locked up right now, and they're not doing or playing the role that they should be playing. It is all by some divine hand somewhere. And, you know, anybody can put it's obvious what direction that hand is pointing. I think for ADEYINKA grandson, all the things he was saying, it's all about, I think, he's quite a reasonable person because, like you said, you spoke to him. I also spoke to him directly before. He's quite a reasonable person, but I think there's some, what do you call it, red lines that people shouldn't cross. I mean, for me, the things he said between IPOB and Occupy, they said words to each other. Things that don't make sense for people who are in the same revolutionary struggle. He shouldn't have been saying the kind of things he was saying to people like Shore and to people who are struggling in the Southeast and all that kind of stuff. They just shouldn't. There's no reason for it.
Sure.
I want to draw people's attention to is the talent that the guy is, the books he's written, and what those books will be doing for any community in Africa. I mean, you could pick up his book and do better than what Solido is doing. Right now in the Southeast where he just started. You know, he already made some mistakes and started engaging in topics he shouldn't be engaging in. So I think maybe he's getting a better view of where to go now. So I think, believe me, where things are on the subject of the grandson, is that people should assist, get together, look at raising funding, and getting the best lawyer to get him out of there, get him out of England, get him to Nigeria, or if it's going to be to our land, get him to come and apologize by giving free strategies to the revolutionaries who are going to make the Afro a better place. The last place you want that kind of talent is hold up in England, wasting taxpayers' money, which is no good to the taxpayer and no good to him himself. There's nothing that he could have said that people who are real revolutionaries should really be too bothered about, or still he said something and I believe because of that he should go to jail. It's not fair at all. If you look at the conversation you're having right now, it is not yet clear exactly what the case was against him. Because ordinarily, the case on face value, it shouldn't lead to imprisonment. It should certainly not lead to imprisonment of 5 years. He hasn't committed anything. Actually, he talked a lot, but he never really committed anything. And he has him and his organization, and they're putting out a lot of very intelligent material that is obvious that no, this person is not what you call a
underground kind of terrorist. Is somebody who is intellectual, has capacity, is frustrated about what they could be doing with their life. I mean, if you look at it, he lost his partner. I don't know, she ran up with somebody. He was he was not working in England for quite a few years because of immigration struggles. So he was being frustrated. So I'm not sure that we should just pass it as maybe temporary insanity, some of the things he was saying, because they didn't make sense. I think we look at it, in other revolutionary struggles, even between ASC and some of those renegade people who are trying to steal the party, the kind of things happen. We should just quickly look at how you can assist the guy in any way you can. Get his people who know how to get hold of it, and see how he can be used to further the cause of people who actually need his kind of talent in the right way.
All right.
Yeah, so sometimes your talent, I'll just leave it at that.
All right. Thank you very much, Michael. Thank you very, very much. Thanks for your call. Yeah. Well, that's why I like this program, the way it's structured. It's structured so that you have your say. I'm not going to go into that, but he thinks that he says ADEYINKA grandson is a very brilliant young man. He says what he's saying is not too far from what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was saying against Yoruba people. Do you think it's right? What do you think? Do you think he's comparing ADEYINKA grandson to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? So have your say. Take your phone, call. I'm actually expecting someone to come in and let us have this face-to-face challenge. I know a lot of people are afraid of Nigerian government. They say Nigerian government, if they see your face. I don't know that people are that afraid. Why people are afraid like that now? If you're afraid, what do you tell people like us? You know, when we come out and we show our face and we show everything all the time. But you can come, click on the link or copy that link I just posted, and then come live on StreamYard and have your say. Let's hear what you have to say. Or you can call in. I need to hear people calling. Now let me address something that I saw somebody right. I see Levi Nati and Esther Luide slugging it out there, and Esther Luide has been with Levi. Levi made a statement. Levi said something. It says because people always say, "Oh, you should be neutral." I try to be neutral, but you see, in life there is no vacuum. You're either on this side or you're on this side. As a presenter, I try to be neutral. I am moderating. By neutral, that means I am giving everybody a chance and at the same time an opportunity to air their opinion. But it doesn't mean that I myself, I don't have an opinion. I have an opinion. I have my opinion about everything. And concerning Omoyele Sowore, we have someone here. I'm going to bring you in. In fact, let me bring you in already.
I threw
just give me 1 second. Okay.
Dr. Chidi.
Yes, so I see you. Thank you, my brother. Wagwazi. Thank you. Wagwazi. Yeah, I was with you briefly and now you come here. Good to see you. when you saw me at the Ginger Media show, I was in the toilet.
We are cleaning up.
Clean up. It's good to have you here. But let me address the young man, Levi Nati. He said that Sowore is not speaking the whole truth, which is that Nigeria is finished. All people should go their own way peacefully. Let me just tell you the facts. I'm not telling you what I think because I am with Sowore in the same camp. We are together. We are comrades. Sowore says that most Nigerians, 90% of Nigerians have left Nigeria in their head. All you're seeing is just let us be managing. But that most Nigerians have left Nigeria in their head. You understand? That's what Sowore believes. Sowore believes that people have a right to go their separate ways. But he's saying that under the dispensation, with all the people that you see in leadership, none of them will allow a referendum. So Sowore is for referendum. Sowore is for people going their ways, but that first of all, let us come to a place where we can get these people to agree for that kind of a thing. And if you're sitting and begging them, they will never give you that thing that you want. The only way is that you have to take power. Nobody gives you power. Now, let me bring my guests who have joined us to please make their comments. My brother, go ahead and unmute yourself.
Yes.
I also have C2. C2, hold on. C2, I usually don't put people without, because this is a very delicate issue. So I'm going to plead with you to turn on your camera so that we can bring you in, okay? So I'll wait for you to turn on your camera. But go ahead, my brother.
Yeah, I saw the topic you posted about
Yes.
ADEYINKA grandson.
Yes.
In whether he can be compared with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu.
Yes.
Something like that.
Yes.
No, don't compare. You compare like with like, not like with unlike. In the first place, what is the project and the pursuit of ADEYINKA grandson?
Mm.
He has not told the world. He hasn't told the world what his pursuits are.
He said
And he went on.
he said that Yoruba people are supreme, that Igbo people should be sent out of Yoruba land, that Yoruba owns the land, it owns Lagos, especially. It's been very adamant about that it's just a Yoruba supremacist. That's the way I see him. Some people think he's a Yoruba activist, but I see him as a Yoruba supremacist.
He's not a Yoruba activist, because Yoruba has their agenda to do Duwa, and their own also fighting for their own political place in Nigeria.
Yeah.
But he's not promoting that. He's only talking about kill Igbo, chase Igbo out of Lagos. I used to watch that guy back in the day.
Yes.
You know, the guy has no agenda. That's why I stopped watching him. He's about talking, trying to promote hatred against the Igbos. See his problem. Lagos is a Nigeria former capital, and the commercial Nigeria commercial capital. You have the right to go there and establish your business, so long as we are still in Nigeria. There are arguments here and there, like Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is also providing a solution to Nigeria's problem. As far as I know, Kanu's Biafra is not absolute. You just throw it as a card. If you don't agree in a good Nigeria, then we'll go our ways. Most people don't know that is game Kanu is playing. He's not telling you that Nigeria, the Biafra is absolute. No. For Kanu's Biafra, as far as I know, it's not absolute. But we cannot be in a federation that is dominated by a minority tribe, bringing in their brothers from across the borders and parading themselves as the kings and lords of Nigeria. And again, they are impeding growth and development. The people in power today are the reason why Nigeria is here where it is. Under Jonathan, Nigeria was moving forward. That is a fact. For that 5 years or thereabout, even under Obasanjo, Nigeria was moving forward. That was when they brought in lots of Soludo, Ngozo Konjiwala, Nweke Jr., and Chukwuemeka Ezekelo. So many of them that came on board for the purpose of driving the economy forward. Obasanjo meant well for the economy, even for the security of the country. He did his best. And from 1999 to 2007, Nigeria went forward. That was a fact. Under Yar'Adua Jonathan, Nigeria also moved forward. But from 2015 till now, we can't travel from Lagos to Onitsha. We can't travel from Kaduna to Abuja. You can't even take a flight anymore. You go to airports. Bandits are taking over airports. In that train, that is the worst. They kidnap you. Where do we go from here? So that is these issues are what is what Nnamdi Kanu have gone to bring a solution to. It's not just about Biafra, it's about good Nigeria. I saw Kanu on a video either in 2012 or thereabout, doing protests for one Nigeria.
Yeah, he was carrying a Nigerian flag, yes?
Yes, I saw that video. So it's not as if Kanu is anti, I don't know how they are doing that man.
But let me even, don't even go so far. Not even go so far. Just in 2021, last year, when this guy interviewed him, what's his name? The one that owns Dele Momodu interviewed him. He asked Kanu if Nigeria was, if they gave you an option that if Nigeria was okay, if there's a new leader and everything was okay, would you ever consider Nigeria remaining as it is? Kanu told him that, listen, the problem is that Nigeria has refused to give equity to the people inside Nigeria. That if Nigeria was good and people had equal rights and you respected people's desire to handle their own affairs, manage their resources, you wouldn't even have any problem with that. In fact, he said Biafra agitation would not even have started, and that's exactly what you are saying now.
That is the point. That is the point. The essence of government. The essence of government,
yes,
everywhere in the world, is for collective security, freedom of free movement of goods and services,
sure,
good health, good health system, good medical system, and what have you. That is the essence of government. If not, I'll be in my family and control my family.
Yes.
Or in my immediate community and control my community.
Yes.
But why we come together as a state is for mutual security, relinquishing part of our right to the state to secure us, to provide us some of these social services, while we also pay for it. So Biafra, as a nomenclature, is not the pursuit. The pursuit is equity, justice, well-being. If we have that in Nigeria, then Biafra agitation will die.
Amen.
Even when Khan doesn't want it.
Let me
understand?
Let me take this. Let's hear what this caller is saying. Caller on the line. Go ahead.
I was just watching your program on Facebook. I just want to say something right quick. My name is Samuel Osura. I'm calling from Atlanta.
Okay.
Yeah, so comparing this, like I think the second caller was saying something about the Nandikano, it's like what the guy was saying was almost something Nandikano was saying. It's just like comparing it. How can you just come and compare the devil with God or whatever? That's just the way I look at it. And on top of that, again, is this man, the camel, when he preached about Liverpool, he talked extensively about the media. They are the one who is causing the problem we have in Nigeria. That is why Nigeria, if the media publish exactly what is going on in Nigeria, you understand what I'm saying? That if they publish what's going on in Nigeria, and that this thing that is going on right now will not be going on, that Nigeria would have been strict a long time ago. But this ADEYINKA's son, his son is, he just has a natural hate on the Igbos living in Lagos. It don't matter who you are. He just has a natural hatred on the Igbos straight up. So, that man saying that was saying something about it, but it wasn't an individual thing. It was just, the people on top who are working with the Nigerian government. That is where the anger is. It's not an individual Yoruba people.
All right.
So I just want to put that thing out there.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you. Please call us now. We're having a lot of people join this conversation, so you're going to limit your call to just a quick 1 minute contribution so that we'll let our guests talk. This is a caller from Israel. Go ahead and make your point. Before you do that, I want to specially welcome my very good friend, Koiki Media. It's good to have you here.
Yeah, my brother. Good evening to you. Good evening to everyone out there. I hope you can hear me loud and clear.
Yes, we can hear you. Thank you so much for coming.
I was actually just doing my bit of thing on YouTube, and I realized that you were online. I thought, why not?
All right, I'm gonna come back to you.
We're all in this together,
Yes, so. I'm gonna. Thank you so much. Thank you, and also, Fabumi is the person who was he was on the phone. Now you've seen him face to face. So thank you so much, my brother Fabumi, for joining us live. I'm gonna come back to you. Let's take this caller from Israel. Please make your point. Thank you for calling. Hello.
Good evening, Dr. Chidi.
Good evening.
Yeah, on your topic, comparing ADEYINKA grandson with Mazen Nandikano, not perfect.
That's not the topic. Oh, hold on. That's not the topic. That's not the topic. The topic is ADEYINKA grandson was jailed for 4.5 years in England and he was jailed for the inciting speeches and statements he was making against Igbo people. They said it clearly. Now, the argument is he a hero or is he a villain? That's just, we're talking about Adeyinka grandson. Did what he do deserve what he got? Just that my guest was talking and saying that that he just made mention of that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu also was saying things against Yoruba people. So there is no comparison. If you want to compare, that is your opinion. Today is about people's opinion, but that's not my topic. Okay?
Okay, I understand you perfectly.
Okay.
The word hero, someone you call a hero might be another person's coward.
Okay.
That is how the word is.
Okay.
Today, Oduku is our hero. Someone else might call him a bad person, a coward.
Okay.
When I watched one of the interview of one lady from Yoruba, she was the sister to Victor Banjo. She was calling Oduku all sorts of names, and that is her own right because she said that Oduku killed his brother Banjo after that incident that happened. So to us, Oduku is our hero, but to her, Oduku is a bad person.
All right.
Same thing to Adakaboro. Some people in the coastal region, the Ijaw people, Adakaboro is their hero. While some of us in the upper land of Biafra land, we see Adakaboro as somebody that sabotaged the struggle. So that is how the thing goes.
All right.
So somebody's heroes, another man's food is another man's poison.
Thank you very much.
Adeyinka grandson.
Thank you.
Coming to Adeyinka grandson, I see him as the same thing. But to me personally, as an Igbo man, as a Biafran, I like some part of what Adeyinka grandson was doing. And what he did, it was the Nigerian foundation, the Nigerian construct that made him to say all those things that he was saying. Because if Nigeria is on a good foundation, then I will condemn him. If Nigeria is just like America, where everybody, if you are from California, you are an American. Nobody will say I'm a Californian and he hates another person from Los Angeles. Well, if you are an American, you are an American. But in Nigeria, if you are an Igbo man, a Yoruba person will be talking down on you, and a Hausa person will be talking down on you, and vice versa. So that's what gives him the impetus. That's why I support what he was saying.
All right, my brother. Let's.
Okay,
Okay, thank you so much. I think I get your point now. Thank you very much. Okay, thank you very much.
You want to talk more?
No, you can't. There's only 1 minute. There are so many people waiting to talk. If you see our guests are just waiting. But I get your point now. Okay, thank you so much for calling. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much.
Okay, so that was our caller from Israel. Now, Fabumi, people have heard you before, so I'm going to jump you and just give my brother Koiki Media an opportunity to say something. We already know you. You're a champion of the Yoruba nation. You were with Chief Igboho. You did a lot advertising, and you were actually his media spokesperson. So I'm sure whatever you're going to be saying to us here is going to be facts from somebody who is directly involved. So go ahead, Koiki Media.
Well, thank you so much, my brother. Chidi, the doctor himself, it's not like those doctors where, they're buying their certificate from Uju Elegba and all these places and they become senator, only for us to start realizing that most certificates are just something, bole kaja, as you want to call it.
From Toronto.
I think the conversation that you're discussing is very important in the sense that I picked up the news as I was waking up. I've been following, grandson. I actually haven't discussed about him that much, in terms of a conversation. Apart from the first thing I always say to people is, if you look at behind me, this is where the problem started. The 1914 fraudulent amalgamation. And until everybody understands that the reason why we are all locked in now, today being the 2nd of April 2022, regardless of whatever our takes are on individuals and our kind of engagement today, we must first ask ourselves, should 1914 has never occurred, there will never be anything called Nigeria today. So that is something that people need to understand. The reason why we are all locked in with different views in Nigeria today is because of that 1914 amalgamation. And until we understand that that amalgamation gave us why people like ADEYINKA grandson views might be a little bit different from the views of Omoyede Sowore. My view, this is somebody that I've already also believe that somebody like us is a liberal. I think it tend to call us liberal. They are the conservative. I don't know where that comes from. So I'm not surprised. I've listened to most of his video in the past, but I believe one thing we got to remember is how did we get to where everybody is angry with each other? Like I always say, even if we want out of Nigeria, for those that still believe in Nigeria, there's no problem. But should there be a reason why everybody is angry with Nigeria today? Is nothing more than the fact that the British decided to put this union together. So that means we are now looking at people saying, "Oh, I don't like the views of Nnamdi Kanu," which has always been the views of a lot of the Yorubas, because Nnamdi Kanu, some of his messages were kind of hitting hard on us. But until it now happened to us, we now realize that, hold on, in 2017, September, 17 innocent lives were killed. I know I'm not diverting. I'm going to come back to ADEYINKA grandson. I'm just trying to recollect the minds of people, especially, those the Yorubas that were having this view against Nnamdi Kanu then. When Nnamdi Kanu was propagating, these Biafra, it was hammering. He believed that the Yoruba owns the media, and which is exactly what we've been doing. For 2 years, we've been able to shout it out there that there's a danger. I've just come out to say that there will be a coup. We have intelligence that I've just come up with the breaking news just about before coming online to see you that you were online, which I have evidence that there's a coup in the process. But that's not where we're going now. So Nnamdi Kanu was shouting, not because Nnamdi Kanu, like you said, I've seen that video, and I was in this country already when Nnamdi Kanu was protesting in front of the Nigerian embassy in London. It was protesting for the injustice, the freedom of speech, the things that a lot of people were probably not even talking about then. So where did his view change? He realized that maybe we should just completely come out of Nigeria. And then he was asking the question, where are the Yorubas? Where are the Hausas? I don't know whether you've listened to that indigenous Hausa man that did the audio, Dr. Chidi. Have you listened to it?
Yeah, let me play that. Let me play that audio. Once you're done with your thought now, I'll play it.
So
I want to play that audio.
So that now shows that the same message that Nnamdi Kanu was passing was now the message that we've just listened to, that indigenous. But going back to September 17, when Nnamdi Kanu's house was invaded, not because of anything, he was on bail, but the military believed that he still had to be killed and he had to run away for his life. This is the same thing that occurred to Chief Sunday Igboho on the 1st of July, right in his house in Yoruba land. So now
there's a question. There's a question here. Everybody's asking. Say, where is Igboho? Where is Igboho?
Igboho is fine. I won't say more than that. Igboho is fine. It's currently being released. That's all everybody needs to know. It's currently still in Benin Republic, but it's been released. So that's all we can.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
To people that are probably concerned about Igboho, and we pray that our brother Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will be released as quickly as possible. So
let me play this. Let me play this audio, and then we'll come back. Let me play this audio. I hope it's gonna play out there. Let me play this audio. Now, this was the audio that was circulating. That was played. It was done by someone who is from northern Nigeria, and okay, let me play this video, this audio.
Good evening, my dear Nigerians and the international community. I want to address Nigerians and the international community about the current happenings in northern Nigeria. Although it's not only northern Nigeria, it's the entire country, but most particularly northern Nigeria. And I want to address the indigenous Nigerians and the Hausa people, particularly in Nigeria. You know, we need to rise up. We need to open our eyes. The Fulanis are moving all villages, killing people, rampaging communities. You know, they have no respect for religion. Fulani man has no respect, whether you are a Muslim or you are a Christian. I myself that is addressing you, I'm a Hausa person. These people have no regard for religion. If you are thinking it's about religion, you better open your eyes. The indigenous people in this country and the Hausa people need to rise up and open their eyes. This is not about religion, it's about ethnic cleansing. The Fulani people want to eliminate the indigenous Nigerians. Now, in my local government, your local government of Kaduna State, it's a local government that is 99% Hausa people by tribe. But as I'm talking to you, over 4 days now, the Fulani militias have killed over 200 persons. And among them include my own relations. They have burnt houses, they have destroyed both Christians and Muslims. So it is high time for particularly the indigenous northern Hausas to unite themselves against this onslaught. If those that are in position of authority, if you think this is about religion, then you are still sleeping. This is not about religion. This is about ethnic cleansing. They are trying to eliminate the indigenous, Nigerians, the indigenous northerners, and take over their land. This is about land grabbing. I'm telling you, in the Zambon community, in your local government, which comprises of over 60 to 70 villages, cluster of villages, there have been so far now, over 100 people have been killed, houses burnt, their cows, their cattle that they use for, farming, for construction of bridges and all that, they have been scattered away, their houses, their cars, all their properties. As I'm talking to you right now, they have left their communities, they have run away to other places.
We can't hear the audio anymore, Dr. Chidi.
Okay, I should stop it now, eh?
Yeah, that's fine. I think we got the message.
Okay, good.
So
okay,
good. Allow the next guest, I believe my brothers there would like to say. So just for me to say, I think what I always say on my program is the Igbo are not the problem. Even the Hausa are not our problem. Our first major problem that we need to deal with quickly is, why were we put together in the first place? If we can be able to start asking that question, who is in Nigeria? The reason why, the views of ADEYINKA grandson that I believe was completely wrong against the Igbo people is, I believe they had some kind of a problem that he was just putting his anger out. Just like I always say, we're not fighting the Christians, we're not fighting the Muslims, we're not fighting our traditionalists. What we are fighting is, something that has failed millions of Nigerians. Nobody loves Nigeria more than anybody. I always say this. But we have seen the injustice, the humane, and that is why we are now gone back to the root of the problem. And we need to deal with that root. The root is something has been put together by the British people, by the British government, the British Empire. You saw what played out during the visit of Kate, Duchess, and Williams in Jamaica. People are now saying that, we can't continue to have the Queen, as the head of state in Jamaica for the last 70 years. Yes, I disagree. I won't sit here and say I agree with the views of ADEYINKA grandson. I totally disagree with it. Like I always say on my platform when I'm doing my program, if you have issues because you've sold your land to the Igbo and they are now operating in Lagos, you deal with that. I have lived here in UK for the last 20 years. I'm not running on the same constitution or the fraudulent one in Nigeria as I'm operating here. A lot of Nigerians are still operating in abroad as if they're in Nigeria. It is only when you start understanding, that the system here is different, then they start coming down. And I don't go too far. I use my brother as a case study. So the views of ADEYINKA grandson on the Yoruba people, on the Igbo people, was completely wrong. It keeps going back to the 60s, the 1960s, the first coup. And I asked the question, if there was never in Nigeria, we wouldn't have any coup together. There's another coup being planned now. We don't even know who is planning it, whether it's a Yoruba man, an Hausa man, or Fulani man. The first thing we should be concerned about is humanity. The lives of, I was thinking it's about 70 million. I use the data clock every time I'm doing my program. But yesterday, the World Bank is telling us that about 100 million Nigerians are currently in what we call extreme poverty. And we have about 3.2 billion worth of crude oil in dollars was stolen between January last year and February this year. China, the woman where they sell pepper, steal that crude oil. China, the man where they sell fish. China, the Igbo people steal that crude oil.
I have a quick question for you, but I don't want other people to hear it. So I'm just going to come close. I think those people that are planning the coup, do they need any help, like financial? Just between me and you, I don't make other people. I think I understand. Let me go back to the program.
So so just for me to allow our other guests there, I think what we got to understand is this fight now. When people say Showore, I say leave Showore alone. If Showore wants president, if you want revolution, let him be. The most important thing is we are now talking about a country where you just say that people coming on the show, they don't want to put on the camera. People are scared. We can't continue like that. That is not a country. So let me just allow my other brothers there sitting down, watching. But I'm still here if you want me. If otherwise, I'll just be watching behind the scene. But thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Koiki Media.
You're putting on a military outfit. If you wear this one for Nigeria.
Thank you so much, Koiki Media. I appreciate you, my brother. Thanks for everything you're doing. Yes, I know. Why does he? Okay, you've gone into your car. I know I cut you off, but let me allow Fabumi to talk, and then I'll come back to you, my brother.
So, comrade, am I able to share my screen? I'm sharing it. Well, are you able to cast it?
I can cast it.
Yeah.
But it's casting everything. It's
yeah.
Can you pick it alone? Okay.
What about now?
Yes, I can see that.
Okay, good. You see, we're comrades, as you know, and as comrades, I'm sure when Showore was locked up, and as Kanu is locked up now, he'll be reading books. And when he comes out, he's even going to be even more knowledgeable about what the issues are. So, as a person, this website is called fatherlandgroup.org. This fellow, his name is Dele Ogun. He's married to an Igbo person.
What did you call it? Fatherland?
Fatherland Group. One word. .org.
Okay, .org. Okay.
Yeah, if there's a chat window, I can put it in later. So first of all, if you want to debate about Nigeria with all these old politicians who think they know...
Please, hold on 1 second. Let's just take this caller. Just a quick one.
Yeah.
Yes, Chief Adeleke Julius, my brother. Thank you for coming on. Yes. Yes.
I'm just calling to appreciate your efforts in bringing together people of like mind, and especially as I was listening to poetry, I really appreciate him and just thank all of you. We need a better Nigeria.
Thank you.
It's not a matter of people and stuff like that. That's what the current problem to get is goodness. I mean goodness here. Where we can all have equality in everything. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Chief Adeleke. Thank you very much. Now, please, guys, hold on with your calls so that our guests can make their points, and then we'll continue with the calls. Go ahead, Mike.
Okay, so the first I wanted just to set the background that when you want to debate this old expired politicians, you need to go and do some background reading about what the issues are. So I showed you initially the website of Dele Ogun, where there are a lot of books that talk about the issue about Nigeria. all the issues about Nigeria. Now, as I was saying, he's a Yoruba man and is married to an Igbo person. Anybody who wants to uh, disparage or bottom out any accusation that what's his name, grandson may have made, they should go and read books or read this website here, or speak to Dele Ogun himself. There are some things that grandson has said that are materially, factually true. And if you don't believe it, here is Amazon.com. Just search for his name, Adeyinka Shoyemi. He's got 4, 5, or even 6 books on different issues to do with Nigeria and how to run a federation and various other issues like that. So when people are arguing about Kanu and Adeyinka grandson, Kanu has his role. Yes, he's a pure liberationist, but Adeyinka grandson is a good person when it comes to if you're looking for an administrator who can help you set up and run a country. The guy has ideas all over the place. So when it comes to his main accusation and anger and going over the top with Igbo people, when you argue with him, because I've argued with him, it will boil down to 2 things. He will just say to you, tell me who executed the 1966 coup and thereby abrogated the Southwest Constitution that was beautifully made and was working perfectly for us. Tell me who did it. That's what he will say to you. And once you say it is XYZ person who is not actually fully Igbo, according to research that Dele Ogun did, then he will say that's it. You can't tell me any other thing. Our Yoruba nation was running okay until this person, who happens to be of Igbo extraction, came and did this school. But when you go to this website and look at material by Dele Ogun, he's bottomed it out. He went through who the cool paste were and what nationality they were, and the fact that all of them were Hausa speaking Igbo. You can't even be sure that where their passion was, where their allegiance was when they did the coup. So with Adeyinka grandson,
Mike, sorry, I'm cutting in here. I don't want us to digress so much because there's a lot of, what you're talking about is heavy, okay? It's loaded with a lot of information. That's why I put that thank you for bringing this site here, this link, fatherlandgroup.org.
Yes.
What I want us to talk now, listen, what I want us to
yeah. You can set the
right
topic
now is like now,
yeah.
All the history is there.
Okay,
People, I'm coming, follow me. People are good before they become bad or before they change. We're talking about capture this moment in time, in history. Okay. What this Adeyinka was saying. Somebody said here that what Adeyinka was saying and his pain and his insult he was on Igbo people was because of Nnamdi Kanu. So I want us to focus on that. And some other person came and said, somebody from Northern Nigeria said that what is going on is ethnic cleansing, that is what is going on with the Fulani nation. And let me add my own that I think the grievance that people have is not on Fulani people. I have Fulani friends. Let me say it, look me straight in the eye. I have Fulani friends. But the problem that I have is the people amongst the Fulani people who form the Fulani militia, who are the Fulani headsmen, who are the ones committing all these atrocities. If that is going to get me to prison, let it be. Those people that are killing people, they are bad. They are bad Fulani people. So based on that, I want us to make our contributions and comments circling around that. Those are the people that I need us to focus on. Yes, just like go give me there. I removed that video before YouTube banned me. You see that video? These people, they make videos. They show you videos. Talk about the attack that is going on right now in Kaduna State. Frequent attack every day. That's what I want us to talk about right now. If you can show me just enough justification for Adeyinka to be saying, actually, let me zero it down, to say that Igbos are given 48 hours to move out of Lagos. Can you justify that for me?
Okay.
And then I'll come
So
back to my brother who we've kept him since. He's been patient. He moved to his car. Probably he has to go to somewhere. He's been very patient. So if you make your point quickly, I'll go back to him.
yeah, just going to quick point. I can only compare it to the kind of nastiness that IPOB people were saying to each other. It turns out that that is what sells. If you want people to start watching your program, you say all sorts of rubbish that are untrue about other people, and people won't come and get hooked on watching you. What he said during that NSAS period about running Igbo people out of Lagos, it was simply, I spoke to him after that actually. It was simply a way of just gathering followers. I mean, the thing is, he says worse things about Yoruba liberals.
So what do you
He
think
says
about
worse-
that? What do you, if you just made a statement? That's how I want this. If you say he just said it to gather followers, now do you see
Yes.
anything wrong in saying that kind of thing? And
Oh.
what is that thing capable of causing?
Exactly. It's very, very wrong. And I called him and I said, what is wrong with you? You are losing focus. You are the one who came up with a lot of the material that Oduduwa people are running with right now. A lot of the research about how the Federation would run, how it was running before. Why would you then stoop and start talking about this irrelevance? It's no point. Why would you be harping on about Shure not being a Yoruba person or liberals have been half caste or whatever? He was talking a lot of rubbish. But the problem is our people, a lot of times, that is what they flock to, is when you talk complete nonsense. He's somebody who should have been hand in hand working with people like Koiki to move the things forward. So the way I see it is, up until I think it was October 2020, no, maybe August 2020, a lot of Yoruba people didn't understand Kanu as well. There was a meeting when he came to London and he met with some of the Lanomo Odua guys. They spoke and they just settled the matter. Like it's no big deal. That's what I'm expecting to happen. That one day, what's his name? Grandson would come out. He would sit with you with Shewere and say, "Okay, guys, I'm sorry. I went overboard. Okay, let's forget that."
But let me put you right a little bit. You see what happened with Nnamdi Kanu's case. It's not the meeting with. There was a meeting. What he may have had that meeting you talked about, but the turning point was the meeting in New York, if you remember, between him and Omoyele Sowore. And Nnamdi Kanu was frustrated, just as Koiki Media talked about right now. If you listen to him, maybe because sometimes he was speaking it in Igbo, but I can tell you he was just animated and very angry with, he said, it's Yoruba media. Unless we want to lie to ourselves, when it comes to business, the Igbo man, my brother, the Igbo man, we are the ones that are in charge of business anywhere. See, that is, it doesn't mean other tribes are not in business, but you just know that the Igbo man was a businessman. He was in charge of container in the high sea and all of those things. We know it. And when it came to publishing, media, the airwaves, it was the West. And for purposes of nomenclature, let's put Yoruba media. So that's what he kept attacking. And what he was saying is that even the things that were happening in Yoruba land, Yoruba media was not reporting it.
Absolutely, just like, which is true.
Killings were going on, but they were masking it.
And I totally agree with you, Dr. Chidi. Like you were saying, right as I was setting up, you could see that I've got like 3 phones there. That means I'm streaming the same way you're streaming. So I have people right now watching. They'll probably be seeing it for the first time, because we encourage our people, go and listen to these other views now, so that we can be able to balance the conversation.
Exactly.
And just like you were saying, a lot of people thought the Kanu was hammering, abusive.
No.
A lot of Yoruba. I mean, we have already abused our elders. I mean, we've now cut back, which was also the reason why people were angry with us. I remember when I started, I was abusing every one of them.
No, Nnamdi Kanu, in fact, they tell him that he didn't have any room for. He had finished with Igbo elders before he even came to another tribe. So he had finished with them. So let us understand what we're saying, and this is my own opinion. ADEYINKA is a very intelligent man. Say our people, when they see somebody they mad that time, they go say na mass. I
agree with you on that, and that's why all my programs, I never talked about it. because I just looked at it as
it crossed the
let me
line.
just leave him there. But even though we were seeing videos, he was attacking us and all that, even when he was arrested and people were sharing the video, I said, look, he is not the culprit. The culprit, as far as I'm concerned, is the British Empire that kept all this problem. So even if my brother was still saying back this constitution in 1960, how did it all started? Why did they put us together? I better make my brother talk, because I think we'll
let's go back. So
Fabumi,
I'm gonna come back to you, but my brother has been kept for a very long time. He's been very patient. So please, I want you to weigh in now at this moment. And I know you're packed now. Okay, so it's safe.
Hello, everyone. Hello.
Yes, go ahead. If you can hear me, go ahead.
Yes. Regarding ADEYINKA's grandson and his rhetoric against the Igbos, me, I'm an Igbo man. I'm not very happy with that. And we have expressed our anger with the way he was talking about the Igbos, calling for Igbo genocide in Lagos, and calling for Igbos to be giving Igbo ultimatums, 72 hours, and what have you. He's talking about people who worked hard to acquire properties in Lagos. And Lagos is Nigeria's commercial capital and the former capital of Nigeria, political capital of Nigeria. So I think he did not do well. He didn't do well at all. And following that guy, he said that guy is a very brilliant young man. When you look at the way he speaks and the works he has been able to put on ground. But the question I keep asking about that guy is, what is his pursuit? Is it his pursuit about genocide on the Igbos or what? All of us in Nigeria knows that Nigeria has so many problems. So which one is he coming up to address? Are the Igbos the problem of Nigeria? That's why, like the question you put out there, whether if he's a villain or a hero, the sentence he got, I think, is just for correctional purposes. That 4 plus 4 years, I think it's about 2 years, and if I'm not correct, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it's correct. Yeah. It's going to run concurrent, so it's not going to be that much.
So after that, I believe he must have learned his lessons and come back to the forum. All of us, we are looking for a better way to better Nigeria. And if we profile Biafra for it, it's a solution. If we profile restructured Nigeria, it's a solution. They're all political solutions. So for me, I have nothing against ADEYINKA's grandson, but he did not do well at all. Calling for Igbo genocide, people who have suffered genocide in the history of Nigeria and Africa before. He's calling for a second genocide of the Igbos. Over what? He's talking about his certain properties that are taking over Lagos. Do we take the properties by force? So that is the question for him to answer. But I believe he must have learned his lessons. The sentence on him, I don't think is wrong. It's correct. It's just for correctional purposes. Let me wait for others to come in. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. And you see why I also want us to talk a little bit about this. It's a touchy topic, but people always say that Igbo people don't allow others to stay in their place. People don't allow others to stay in their place. People don't allow people to flourish in their own place. I think that is not a good narrative. It's just that people have their different giftings. Bros, if you go to Kaduna State, I don't even think that Igbos are more than Yoruba people in Kaduna State. Around that axis, Yoruba people are there well, and they do business. They are, I think maybe because of military presence there. Yoruba people are there well, and people are scattered all over the place. The only thing is that maybe because of the Igbo man's business skill and his business profession, he just comes. He needs a place to do his shop, so he gets and most of the land he buys it or he rents it. So I think that's even a little misconception. But guys, the next thing I want us to deal with here is these attacks that are happening in Nigeria, which is one of the reasons that makes grandson grandson attack the Fulani tribe. I know people will say, Chidi, why are you discussing tribe again? if you somebody say if you post it, I will share it. The Fulani militia have been posting themselves, so they are giving us opportunity to talk about them. When you watch what is going on right now, I am asking myself, why is the attack happening right now as we are talking about changing power? How come? How come? And then we're also talking about coup. I told somebody to watch that it looks like people from a particular area are not excited about this election that is coming. No. Is it possible that there's another plan they have? Because every other person is showing interest. They are not showing interest. And all of a sudden now, as if they blow whistle, we are seeing terrorist attack all over the place. I want to hear your views about what you see in the air. Maybe some of you can be prophetess. Anybody can take it at this moment.
Maybe I'll allow my brother to. Okay, you go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, go ahead.
We just talked about 2023 in a program before coming to this one. In Nigeria, power, in fact, everywhere, in every political community, power is number one. But power, there's a way you balance power, you align, you share it, distribute it properly, everybody will be happy. The office of the president is one office, but there are other political offices, and it trickles down like that. If it is well balanced and shared properly, there will be no problem. That is the agitations we're having in Nigeria today. Now, like the instances you thought now, like the level of killings now, the attacks and all that, and 2023 is by the corner. And we are not seeing any loud voice from the corners talking that they want to take over the power and things like that. So I think the issue we're having in that matter is, who are they going to give power to? You know how they come to power. When Jonathan was there was stress and violence. And at the end of the day, they managed to come to power. And if you take your mind back to 1970, even beyond then, you will see that there has always been alliances between either North, East, North, West. You shape power properly. By so doing, when your tenure expires, it's not difficult for you to give power to the other people. But Nigeria is a multinational state. We have ethnic groups in Nigeria, both major and minor. So Nigeria is not a place where one ethnic group or tribe will hold power in eternity. So that's why when you come to power in Nigeria, there should be that kind of alliances that will bring everybody on board. And when it's done that way, there will be no much problem. But the issue we're having now is that this present government have been able to alienate everybody from power, having only themselves there. So the problem they are not having is, who are they going to give power? That is their problem now. That's why it seems as if they don't know the path to take. So 2023 is like impossible, because from the look of things, I don't know what their plans are. Who are you going to give the power to? Before Buhari came to power, we used to have one North, one indivisible North, but not anymore.
But my brother, should we be talking about, isn't it funny? Why are we in a presumed democracy and talking about who they should give power to? should we be saying who they should give power to?
Even in America, they know who come to power before the election.
All right, let me hear from my...
There are powers everywhere in the world. There are. Democracy is not that free, that absolute free. It's a system but through which people can come to office. But there are those who are the background, who knows who will take power and who is who everywhere in the world. So what I'm trying to say is that there are political alliances in Nigeria political history that has always been. Even in 1970, 1979 to 83, 1999, there are these alliances. North, East, North, West, you share power. But now, these people came on board and alienated everybody. But their fear now is, if they give it to maybe West, they might want to get back at them. They give it to East, they might want to get back at them. So they don't trust anybody anymore. And they can't continue to
what do you
stay in
think
power.
what do you think they might do? Someone who has that kind of fear, what do you think the person might want to do?
I don't know. The thing is that that's why I'm saying 2023 remains a question. That might be military coup, which might be the reason why there are these attacks now. Because when they're in the face of much insecurity, the ground will not be fertile or conducive for any election.
All right, let me hear from Koiki Media. Koiki Media. Okay, thank you so much, my brother. Koiki Media just hinted us about some whispering he's hearing about a planned coup. Now, why would you want to believe that kind of
let me
rumor?
first take it from where the brother stopped. If I listen to Dele Momodu Ovation, I think some few months back on Arise, where he was interviewed that he flew down to Vienna in 1993 when the election was just about to, the momentum of that 1993 election. And he wanted to, tell somebody to come on board. And he was told right there that, power is not something that, there are some few people that select who will be in there, which is exactly to buttress what the brother says. I mean, this happens around the world. There's no doubt about that. Even right here in UK, at some point, they didn't have confidence in Gordon Brown as a Scottish. So they had to kind of, maneuver it, to get him out. So to bring in, who they believe was meant for them. But the question about Nigeria is the structure is a big wahala, is a big problem. And that structure now is fragile. Definitely, I have been saying this from last year that there will be a coup. There's no doubt about that. But as of yesterday, it has now become something that, yes, there will be a coup. You did ask the question, why are we seeing all these attacks? Why is this attack now, popping up as if, it was just left in the cooler for it to ignite? I'm going to take you back to one of our peaceful rally that we held in Ekiti State. That should have been the headline the next day. But you know what took up the headline? There was a massacre in Igogon right as people were leaving that venue, heading back home at about 10 p.m. It was chaos. People were butchered and all that. So that means that there's something that I've been cooking for decades while every one of us were hoping and thinking that we wanted to fix Nigeria. That is still the impression of millions of Nigerians, that we can fix this country, but there is a kind of another hidden agenda. And I will always go back to a little bit backwards again. In 1959, I'm going to remember his name now, told us before he died in 2007 that the first ever election was rigged on behalf of the Northerners, right? So that means that we've never had a union, even as we were going into that independence in 1960. 1957, 1958, I've been to Lancaster House. I was not allowed to go inside. I did a broadcast outside. And I said, why they were all sitting down in this cozy, big, just about a few meters to Buckingham Palace. They had a different intention that they would not allow, the real people that would have allowed them to become, the first engagement of the 1960s. So the question was, where was all these numbers? They not always believe that they have the numbers. Why come we didn't have a census for a very long time to really determine? I'll give you an example. The reason why we don't have electricity is because if I have electricity running 24 hours in Nigeria, we could easily know how many buildings in each state, and we can work it down to how many people are living in there, and we can also automatically start bringing the numbers up. So they've always inflated the numbers in the north. So what we are saying right now is they are not ready to release the power. Power is what the British hand over to the North. And until we agree on that, that means the North is now looking and saying, am I going to allow power to go back to the South? The South might not give us this power back. The Southeast, I've said it, the North doesn't have any love for the Southeast at all. So I'm not seeing the power moving to, somebody like Peter Obi or Kingsley Moghalu that is, putting their head out there. The Yorubas knows that, if they give them the power, there might be some kind of changes. So the best option now is let's just go back and decide who we are. Let every union go their separate ways and develop, and we'll still be a very good neighbor to the north, to the southeast, and then we can develop. There's nothing called Nigeria. Nigeria is just the creation of the British Empire. I'll come back again to you.
All right, thank you so much. Mike Fabumi, I know I took your thoughts from you, but again, so many conspiracy theories going on right now about what we're seeing, all the terrorist attacks, and then it's coming from the same place where you're supposed to have Nigeria's, I think they have their armory, they have everybody there. That's supposed to be the most secure state, but all this is coming from there, and you have El-Rufai there, and El-Rufai has been accused of being the one that engineered and masterminded Boko Haram the very first time it came into limelight. What is your view about what we're seeing?
Yeah, so I think Nigeria has several levels of problems, but the main problem we have right now is that we have two Nigerias. You've got the Sharia North, and you've got the South, where we practice English common law. That alone is a problem that cannot be reconciled. So if people are now fighting in Kaduna, I believe Kaduna is outside of the core Sharia North, and there is no Sharia law in Kaduna. So as far as I'm concerned, there is a real agenda to Islamize the country. There is a real agenda to get rid of the secular state and change it to something else. As Kanu said, somebody like El-Rufai is a very dangerous character indeed, because he's one of those kind of people who shouldn't have, by any means, found themselves in power. And the fact that he's in power is not surprising that Kaduna is how terrible it is. So I think, as far as I'm concerned, what has happened in the past in other countries that really wanted a revolution is for everyone to just take security as their business. To that end, I'm convinced Kanu sort of saw the future by bringing up ESN. The guys in the southwest bringing up Amotekun, they saw the future that you have to get ready to defend yourself, and it's happened in other countries before. When you have people who, as far as they're concerned, they cannot reconcile themselves with the way you choose to live your own life. If you look at how Nigeria came up, it was a federation. People had their own police services that at least were controlled locally. The way things are right now, it's like just being a slave in your own country. So what people have to do is to all. This is why I didn't want us to be focusing on Kanu or um, grandson or Igbo. It should now be everybody saying no. There's an imminent present danger. We all need to band together, and we all need to say we want a new and different country. Even if they want to choose and hold that name called Nigeria, let them hold it. If you have your own revenue, you hold, I don't know, 80% of your revenue, you have your own police force, you have your own National Guard who are fully armed, it will be difficult for all this nonsense that is happening to be happening. You know, there's nobody who will go and sponsor some people from nowhere, from the Sahel, to come in and start messing up your country. So even if they want to keep that name Nigeria, let them split things up to how it was before, where you have the different regions. It's not too difficult for people like Dele Ogun them to come up with constitutions, ways in which people in Biafra can interact with people in the south and southeast, people in the southwest, people in Benin, and all this small argument that people are having. I'm not full Igbo. People like Wike, who doesn't know what he is and who he is. There's a way you can come together and just write the constitution and say this is how. If you write a constitution of how Igbos would mix with Yoruba people, and you get people like ADEYINKA grandson involved and Kanu involved, you can be sure that whatever you come up with, there will be no cheating, because these are people who are hardcore in their own positions. As far as they're concerned, they don't want cheating. Yeah,
Mike, let me throw this in as someone who is in Omoyele Showere's camp. Okay, when you're talking about people coming together to decide their future, so I am a Biafran to the core. I am a supporter of the Biafran struggle, and I propagate it, and I support Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. When you have Biafrans saying, we are tired, we've experimented, we've tried to work with this union, and it's not working, and we want out completely. They are very clear about what they want. They are not saying, they don't care about whatever. Even with Lagos, they are saying we're even prepared to come if you allow us. We can even come back from everywhere, Lagos, Kaduna, Kano, and stay in Biafra land and do our thing. And the Yoruba nation says, you know what? We don't want you to come inside our Yoruba nation with your religion, with all kinds of things, and just bamboozle the indigenous people and, pitch us against people that we are not having issues, just create confusion. We want to have our own. We know our history, we know our religion, we know our culture, we know what we never used to do, and that works for us. Allow us to decide how we want to live. And you find people like the guy who just did that audio, because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has done a very great job of trying to separate that. When you say the North is not just the North. There are TV people, there are people from Southern Kaduna, there are Nupe, there are Birom, there are so many other people. There's Hausa, indigenous Hausa, that they are not even the Fulani you're talking about. And so you see the indigenous people up north now saying that, look, don't just put all of us together. We are suffering, we are tired, we want to be on our own, want to be separated by these people who came and colonized us. When you come to that point and you're wanting everybody to come together, does it not become highly, almost impossible for you to achieve that in a Nigeria that is controlled by a certain group of people who are very, very powerful? Somebody like Shore always said something that if there had been a revolution, when he called for revolution now, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will not be arrested. Because the government will no longer be as it is. We would have just imagine NSAS if we succeeded. If there was a revolution, we'd be talking about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's abduction. If there was a revolution, we won't even be talking about Chief Igboho's abduction. If there was a revolution, what is happening right now will not be happening. And nobody will give you a referendum, because you need people coming together in the present government to be able to establish this thing that you want. So I'm wondering, doesn't it make sense when he's saying, okay, since that revolution did not work, and we see that these people, they are getting ready for election, and we have that too, we have a political party. If all of us, like we did in NSAS, said, okay, you know what, let us get this thing. Because if you had a good government, which I hear everybody talking about, if you had a good government with a good constitution, it will quietly give all the powers to the regions. And like our brother that left said, then the regions, he's back. The regions will only contribute a little for the security that they are being given for certain things, or decide outrightly that we are not going to be together. But remember, for you to do that, you have to be assembled together where you had common things. Like if we are all going to share land now, all of us will come. We'll now say, because there has to be terms that will be, you have to write terms of our union. Okay, this place and this place used to be called this state. But I'm telling you, inside that state, as we are going to share this country, some people inside that state are speaking Igbo. Some people inside that state are speaking Hausa. Some people inside that state are speaking Yoruba. So you cannot still have that state that way. You have to cut the Igbo part and cut inside Biafra. You have to cut the Yoruba speaking part into. That is where is the stage where this kind of thing will happen. Except you had because these people there right now, they will never. There's an Igbo proverb that says, "Obodo dinjo bulundinze." What it means is that where the country is bad and there's confusion, the people that benefit are the wicked, bad elders. Because they will always be saying, oh, yeah, wait, when I don't fight finish, they will always be running to them. But if everywhere is okay, if there's equity, if there's fairness, there will almost be no job for the elders and the counselors and the judges.
And let me just, sorry, my brother, Mr. Fabiwa, let me just help you there to just knock it off. Chief Tola Adeniyi says, and I quote, in 1,000 years, you cannot change the mindset of the Fulanese. So let me now agree that I am the 4th generation. That means 400 years so far within my own family. That means I have to go die. Another 600 years, I can still not guarantee that we will have a union between the Fulanese and the Yorubas. So why should I then continue to deceive ourselves about this great union? I keep telling people, Nigeria is not the artists that you see playing, I don't want to mention their names, music. Nigeria is not the Nigerian football. We have now realized, and this is where we need to continue to create more awareness to the grassroots. They need to understand that Nigeria that you love so much, there's a lot of situation like you've just analyzed. I don't have to go back into it. We will never be one. There's no doubt about that. We can work together. Like I always say, if we have a Arewa nation, I can go and set up Koiki Media in there and go according to their Sharia law, right? But right now, I cannot go there and set up an alcohol business because they will not be allowed. It's not just now. I'm talking about 1,000 years, and I've already cut off 500. That means from the previous generation, I am the 5th generation. And that means after...
Koiki, my brother, see the problem now. I'm talking about, we all have established... we are not saying we need to be separate. We are already... People make it sound like we're asking for something. No. We are all... See, the white man came into Africa. And when they came into, we were already who we... It was the white man that joined us together. They forced us together. They sat down in where was
Berlin,
it?
Berlin, 1886.
In Berlin, they sat and the French said, okay, we will take this side. Since we are fighting, let's not fight now. Okay, British, you take this side. So they are the ones that merged us together. So we are not asking for a creation of. We are just asking to allow us to be what we naturally are. The point is, since they will not give us a referendum, because the crop of people you have will not give us a referendum, imagine, for instance, that by some means we are able to take over power, either through a revolution or by winning in an election, or by participating in the election and watching them say, okay, we try revolution. You people said it was so hard. Okay, now we participate in this election, and then they try to rig the election, and we mobilize like we did in NSAS. Then we will now at the head with someone. You must always have somebody at the head. You must always have somebody convening. That person now says, okay, my brothers and sisters, now that we have now won this war and that we are in control, let us talk. Mazinam Kanu, please, with your people, where do you say is Biafra? Okay, my brother Koiki, with your Yoruba nation, where do you say is Yoruba? And we all did, and we all agree, and we put, because we were not even part of the original amalgamation. No, they didn't bring us to decide. The people that want to represent, that were in that room, they were not our representatives. So this time around, we will have our representative put their hand in paper, and then we will divide it, and everybody will now go and then we will decide at that point in time whether we are going to have. That is the time we'll now say, you know what, we're going to have something binding us together, but the name will not be Nigeria. We'll have like maybe a confederation, or we'll not even have anything at all, but everybody will be on their own. That's where Omoyele Sowore comes in. And it says, Omoyele Sowore is not saying, when people say he is a one Nigeria, the only person who believes in one Nigeria is the person who is benefiting from it right now. They're the ones who say, no, don't divide. No, don't divide. It's the person who is benefiting. What Sowore is saying is that everybody in Nigeria, I cannot just fight for Yoruba alone. I cannot, because this is affecting everybody. So I want to be there when everybody will sit together and decide where they want to go to. Because I believe this job, everybody has their duty. Everybody has like what we're doing right now. This is our own contribution. Anyway, somebody's asking for the link to join. First cap beat. We're going to be closing very soon because I know all these people that you see here, they all have their own channels and things that they're doing. We can't keep them for long. But if you want to come, this is the link. I just posted it right now. And Mwakwazi, I know it's dark where you are. I'm going to let you go, but I want to thank you. Oh, Papa been now on your dots. You've been here. Oh, no, sorry. I'm getting confused. I just posted something you wrote. Yes, so I'm going to wait for you to come in, the person that asked for the link. My brother, Fabumi, so I want you to really tell me what you think about that issue, because the way we are right now, we have seen clearly that they do not want IPOB, they do not want Biafra. That's why they did what they did to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They don't even have any plan to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They don't have it in their whole plan. You have seen what they have done to Sunday Igboho. That means they don't want Yoruba nation. They don't want to hear it. They don't want anything to do with it. So based on that, what are we left with right now?
Yeah, can you just quickly share one of my screens again, the one that yeah. Okay, so for me, just two things quickly. First of all, no matter what happens, no matter even if we have a government in each village, because we're physically located in Africa, we'll still be located in Africa. If you want to give your address and you want to send something by DHL, you will still need to say, oh, this is the country and this country is on XYZ continent. So as far as I'm concerned, I have no issue with the name Nigeria, but we know that that name has connotations. Obviously, if you've listened to a lot of things that Kanu has said, but the way you can do it is, if you remember, our people, people like Awolowo and Nahorodem, they did a very good job of working out how they believe their people can work together. Yes, we've moved on a bit from that. We can make it even better. This is why I'm showing my screen. Between Fatherland Group, Dele Ogun, and Dele Faromutumi, and there are a few other people like Tony Nadi, they've spent a lot of time writing constitutions to say, if you people want to move forward and you want to live in a democracy, then this is what you need to do. Come together and deliberate on these ideas that we have, and then go to the powers that be presently to say, by the way, we are not moving forward until you implement XYZ. Right now, the issue you have is, even if people turn out, INEC is a big problem. The only way you can counter INEC is for people to come out on the day of the election and be militant. And it's going to be war, more or less, because the politicians, they have their own thugs who are heavily armed. And if you really want main business and you want to do what happened in NSAS, then NSAS, the only thing that was missing is that the people who are there, they were being innocent and they weren't armed. If they were armed with the amount of determination they had, they would have fired back at any soldiers firing them. And that's what would need to happen if you want to go an election with President INEC.
Let me let you know something. The NSAS, it was not because of having physical arms. It was because they made sure, now people understand why they had to make sure that they pushed off people like Omoyele Sowore, because they knew that these were the fathers of those kind of protests. And if you had them within the organization of that kind of thing, they would have succeeded. As a member of Revolution Now, we were telling them that time, you see this thing of people holding flag, it does not scare these people. They will shoot. They say, no, if you just hold flag and sing, nobody will shoot you. You see, and again, that's what I'm telling you. I agree with what you're saying about fella and all the people who have written their ideas.
Farotimi.
I have him on my program. I have so many videos of interviews I did with him. He's my person. But my problem is with all this, under what umbrella? Under who? Where are we going to meet? Who is going to organize
Okay,
us?
well, if you want to go to INEC, the only party that there is right now is AAC. Everyone else, they're not really serious, as far as I'm concerned.
That's what I'm
If
trying
other
to say.
people, yeah, I mean, if we're talking about political party, the only people who really stepped up to the government knows them, that no, these people they're fearless. They don't mind going dirty. They don't mind telling them to their faces. They don't mind being jailed and all that. It's the AAC. Everyone else has just been trying to come in after spending time, I don't know, 4 years in Dubai.
Then
Or other people have.
politics is happening now. They suddenly just show up.
Exactly. So
I have a
I
brother.
think, yeah, go on.
Sorry, I have a brother who just came in. Another one, and it's getting dark where you are. I can imagine that. I don't know where your location is, but sorry, where is your location? Another one. You can turn on your mic now. Another one. You can turn on your mic. Turn on your mic. You're muted. Okay, good. Go ahead.
I can't hear anything.
Yes, we can hear you now. We can hear you. We can hear you. Go on. You can't hear us, but we can hear you. No. It's having issues. Wagwazi, okay, you've gone off too. It's dark there. So listen, this is an interesting place that I really want all of us to be looking at now, honestly, because I feel we are intelligent. We have the power. It's time now to forget all these rhetorics and all where we have come to a point where these people are gathering again. There's something that Omoyele already told me a long time ago. I told him, I said, Baba Show, you see this election thing? Me, I went to Enugu. I contested for governorship. You see these people, if you do election with them, you will never win. Say me, I went there. Forget these people. We're not doing election again. You know me? He said, Chidi, come. Listen to me. You are saying exactly what these people want you to say. I said, what? Before we go to this point, he said, forget that everywhere is calm right now. When it's time for election, if you don't have a vehicle, if you don't have a platform to talk, these people will finish you, because you will not even hear. If Showore did not come out for president, you will not be hearing him now. The TV stations are so angry that because they will not give him a chance. You will only be hearing Atiku, Tinubu, all of these people, because right now it is only the ones that. So he said, Chidi, we have this AAC party. It is our vehicle. Nobody, just like you buy something. You buy a vehicle, you buy a Mercedes car, and you're trekking on the road. Who are you punishing? You have the car already. Drive the car on the road like every other person. So they come out with their political party. We come out with our party. But people don't get it. They say, you people are politicians. Were we politicians when we were doing revolution now? Were we talking party? No. It's just like you. You have different... that's how you actually fight a war. You fight on all fields. They come to talk to us. They bring out They bring out Fulani militia. We bring out ESM for them. And people they say, Chidi, we don't understand you. Why will you understand me when you don't listen to what we're saying? Look at people like Koiki Media went down to Nigeria.
Yes, so
my brother, I just thank him for, he was the one telling us they are shooting. The first time that I said, this brother, God just saved him for us. And yet some people still went and they started attacking him. You know, Nigeria is so difficult. They don't even know how to satisfy you people. So you say, calm down. I went down. I nearly got killed. I escaped. Koiki Media, they don't stay abroad and come. He went down. He was even reporting.
They're telling me to come back again. They're telling me to come back again, and I'm thinking, well, okay, why not just
go back? Just hold on. Not from where you are now.
You're probably on the us. So I mean, you're quite right. You know, I think it's time that more Nigerians need to understand. Okay. I think another one is back. Let's see if we can hear him and he can.
Yeah, another one. Let's see if we can hear you again. You came on and went off.
Hello, sir. I hope you can hear me now, but I can't hear.
I can hear you. Go ahead, please. Make your point. Go ahead.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Good evening, another one.
Can you hear me?
Very clearly, very clearly. We
Yeah.
can see
But
you
I can't
too.
hear anything from my side, from my end here. I don't know.
Just talk. Can you hear us?
Yeah.
Go
Is it
ahead
my
and talk.
device or what?
Hey, yeah.
Just keep going on. Keep
Just
talking.
go
We can
on,
hear
go
you.
on. If you can hear me, go on. He's not hearing us.
Oh,
Remove
I
your
don't know. I
headset.
don't.
It could be the headset.
Maybe it's your headset.
Yeah.
Maybe it's your
So
headset.
I think what we first need to understand is it's not that we hate each other, but we just don't want to be together under that umbrella, Nigeria. I will always still go back to that foundation. That foundation, na wahala. It's like,
But
you know,
no,
building.
Koiki,
Yeah.
before you go far, there's something you got to. I think we all agree that we need to come together under an umbrella. The problem is, I don't like Nigeria either. Through Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, I came to understand that. In fact, I feel ashamed to say that after all my big drama, long time in
PhD.
university, it's only through
Lecturer.
Nnamdi Kanu that I come to know so many things that I know. I find it difficult to accept, but it's true. Through Nnamdi Kanu, I come to when you say that it was not even the wife. They say the wife of Lord Lugard. It's not the wife. It was mistress of Lord Lugard, his girlfriend.
Yeah, they're not husband and wife.
They are not officially husband and wife. She was the one that said, "Let us just call it nigger area."
You know, the funniest part is that I hope I can find I've been to that house in West London, not too far from Knightsbridge. And when I was standing in front of that house, I'm thinking, flipping there. This is where the creation of Nigeria probably started, you know. And I'm thinking, how come did we even allow this to go that long?
You know,
that is the question.
So
but again, like Mr. Fabura was saying there, I think our fathers and
sorry. Before I lose that, I want you to talk. But listen, what I'm saying is, because I want us to come to where we are right now. There's a fine line. We all want to come together. We don't like that name Nigeria. I don't like it. So, but you see, it's difficult for us to change that name Nigeria now. We can only change it when we have taken over. That's my thing. So how are we able to take hold of?
Well, you're quite right. You know, it's a very delicate year we're in at the moment, whether we like it or not. You know, this is not when Buhari was threatening his bulldog there, and all of us saying that people will be taken back. Especially the Observer. I went to Nigeria, just as you did. Even not last year. I'm talking about to be an observer for the first time. For that 2019 election, I went to the AAC convention. I traveled down there. Omoyede Sowore was in the studio with me, just like Feladuro Toye. I'm seeing Eunice. Eunice wants to contest for the House of Rep, and I'm laughing my head off. When I saw Twitter, post yesterday. The question right now is, the momentum out there now is, how do we come out of this mess? Especially now, this gladiator are trying to convince our people at home to go back, knowing fully well I was on the ground in Alimosho local government area. I didn't see anybody voting apart from all kind of corruption. I was almost killed, or not killed, we were almost attacked because the guy didn't realize that the live video we were doing on the mobile phone was streaming. He was asking me, who gave us the permission, to be streaming this election in that particular constituency for the governorship one. I was almost about 13 different polling units. I was at the polling unit of Obasanjo. I was there before I arrived. So election is not going to solve the problem, because whether we like it or not, as much as Sowore has a fantastic idea, millions of Nigerians going to vote for him, that will never be a success because they will manipulate it at the back end.
No, but what I'm saying, if nobody ever see, that's the discussion we should have. Election is not the problem. But we also ask for revolution, and they said revolution is not the problem.
It will happen. It will come true. It will come true.
What should we do now? See, my brother.
Well, what we should be doing now is what exactly we're doing now. We've not had this kind of engagement before. This engagement is coming out. We need to get it to the grassroots right now. Today, people were at somewhere in the Laro area, educating our people. And I was listening to an elderly man there that was saying that he was born in 1946. And as far as it's concerned, he's now happy to see that the youth are coming out for this kind of conversation. So people are already waiting, but we need to create more awareness. And then I believe that before the end of the year, going to 2023, the whole thing is going to flatten. It's going to go down. But what we are saying is, like I said, is should a coup occur in Nigeria today, that will be the end of it. Because we're not going to sit back like they've done in the past, where they've announced, oh, there's a military coup, and then the first thing they're going to do is they're going to take off the constitution that is even fake, that was put together by Abubakar Salam, the military decree. They're going to cancel that. We've been talking about the constitution by my brother there, Mr. Fabumi, right? So that constitution that we have now, that will cancel it, all the governors will probably be taken off and it becomes a military administrator. And at that point, Wahala will start.
So my thing then, so look at the problem we have. You know the problem we have.
Everybody's trying to avoid it.
You know the problem we have. We have. We know all this problem. We know these people are not laughing. We have tried. We said, okay, since they are killing us and they're not giving us security, they're not giving us protection, we came up with ESN. The ESN, they went into the ESN and they started fighting ESN and killing any other thing we have tried. They have refused. Now you're talking about a coup, possible coup, and they are talking about even taking over an election. The problem is the people, the indigenous people all over Nigeria, that are not doing anything. They are sitting and watching, and this thing is coming towards them, and it will come and hit them, because that's what normally happens. Honest, you wake up, if nothing happens, if we don't do anything, there'll be an election. Whether they rig it, whether they do anything, if not, it will happen. You wake up at about around March of 2023, and there's a new president, whether you like it or not, and you still continue the agitation. What are we going to do? Because it's happening. We are seeing it. We were still thinking of what to do until they shut up Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That was a very big blow. In fact, we were still thinking of what to do when they shut up Omoyele Sowore. No do. That time we were still fighting each other. Oh, we don't like Sowore. We thought because Nnamdi Kanu was talking that was they shut up Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We were saying, hey, it's because Nnamdi Kanu was talking too much and Nnamdi Kanu was doing so much wahala. See, Igboho now, Igboho is freedom fighter. They came and shut up Igboho too. One guy, was a proverb or a saying, said, they came for Sowore. We didn't do anything. They came for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We didn't do anything. They came for Igboho. We didn't do anything. When they come for you, nobody will save you, because all of those people that were talking for you, you didn't do anything about them. It has come to that right now. We should have just succeeded in NSAS. We didn't succeed. Look, this election right now, I don't want people to get carried away with this election. This election that we are doing, this campaign, is a way to make sure that we are standing on the same platform they are standing. Do you understand? If we don't say it, we will only, because these people are in the air. What can you do about it? You wake up and they are all over the place. Our people, the mind of our people has been so watered. Their resistance is very low. Do you know our people will now be telling you, between Tinubu, our people are discussing. Look at the discussion they're having in Nigeria. Someone will say, between Tinubu and Atiku. No, not Atiku. Kwankwaso. I said, are you for real? You're even discussing this thing. So our people really need help. Gentlemen, I think it's been a very, very interesting discussion. I would like to have you guys back, honestly. I'm enjoying this. This is what we should be doing. Any last words for our people before we close?
I would just say, from the point of view of the self-determination, it's allowed. Scotland still want to opt out from Great Britain. There's no crime. We must continue to remain focused. Go and sign the 5 million petition that is out there. To our brothers from the Arewa, the Biafra, is a fight that we fight now, or we leave it for the next generation to spit at us. Thank you so much, Chidi, Dr. Chidi.
Thank you very, very much. Thank you very much. Fabumi.
Yeah, for me, I think IPOB have tried, Oduduwa people have tried, the Revolution now have tried, but the only issue is that they've all tried on their own. Everyone just needs to come together with all the ideas they have, put it into one pot, and by the time you draw people from all areas and set out to confront whatever game these people want to play, you'll be able to overcome them. What we're going towards is not an election, it's hybrid warfare. because these people are not planning to do an election. They've never done elections anyway. As Koiki said, right from when Nigeria was formed, no election has happened. So that's just the way I see it. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And thank you, everybody, for all your contributions. Please go subscribe to Koiki Media. And there are some, Fabumi, I know you have some links. Would you like me to share any of the links that you sent to me? Is there something?
Yeah. So those are links I think you should share that are pertinent to the conversation we just had today. It just helps people to have background and read up on what Nigerians have been writing about. You know, Nigerians who, for whatever reason, you know, they don't come up as saying they're revolutionaries because they don't sort of roll the way we roll, but they have ideas and they're talking about the same issues that we are talking about.
Okay. Do me a favor, Koiki Media, please. Can you send me in the private chat? Please send me your link, your channel link. I want to post it there. But it's so easy if you type Koiki Media.
Oh, it's so easy. I'm sure you know when people type
you
in.
guys, it's so easy. You can get it.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Dr. Judy, for the opportunity.
All right.
Thank you so much, Mr. Fabum. It's good to see you.
Yeah, you too.
Very good evening to everybody. Bye for now.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Thank you so much, guys. See you guys. Thank you for coming.
Bye.
Okay. And all the other guests who have already signed off, thank you so much for joining us. And for the rest of you, please. This is not a time. I started this discussion talking about ADEYINKA grandson, but you see, it's just one person. The issues we have in Nigeria right now is real. This is no longer a time to just dwell on sentiments, all the name callings. It's time to really practically look at the solution that is there. We do agitation, we do revolution, and when they call for party is the thing that is reigning right now. We are there. Okay, see what happened in Anambra. We say no, we don't do, we know. Finally, there was an election. Now we have a governor. What can you do about it? If we stay like this, fold our arms, they will come together, they will do election, they will have a new president. Sure, even in the midst of all intimidation, even in the midst of everything they've done to him, he has been consistent and he has dared them. According to his bail condition, Sure is not supposed to be talking. Sure is not supposed to be doing anything. But Sure has dared to say, I am coming out for presidency. Before the election, let's just support him. Do you understand? Whether let us even show them. Okay, if you are supporting Tinubu and supporting Atiku, at least we have our own person. Let's prop him up and let us see what happens. If we don't even know before the election, they might do coup. We will face them in the coup. They might say anything they want. We'll still face them. But right now that Sure has come out, we have to support him. This is my own advice to you. But I respect everybody's opinion here, and I respect the fact that and I appreciate the fact that you came to our program. Make sure you subscribe if you've not subscribed, and click the notification button while you do that. And on behalf of Dr. Erica and everyone who helps us with our technical issues, with our technicalities, you know yourselves all over the place. Thank you so much, and we love you guys, and we'll see you in our next video. Bye-bye.